Hi all. In this video, we are going to see how we can able to utilize the list data type. List can be available in the collections library. Okay. So as of now, what we have done is we have categorized all the list related functionalities based on creating a list, updating a list, extracting from the list, then afterwards deleting from the list assertions and others. Okay, now we are going to start one by one how we can able to achieve, how we can able to use a list efficiently using the robot framework. Okay, now the first thing is creating a list. Let's go for creating a list. Okay, as I said, we have to import the collections library. Okay, now let's start settings, libraries, collections. We need another library, that is a operating system. Okay, now test cases. Okay, first one is creating lists. Okay, okay, that's our first topic. Okay, uh, okay, list can be created by using create list keyword. Okay, let's example. I'm creating a list one is equal to create list Batman Superman. Okay, log list is a command which is going to display the list variable. Okay, now I'm going to display list one. We have another approach we can able to create a list is just we have to mention the at the rate of symbol, and we can create list 2 is equal to create list Logan Professor X. Okay, log list 2. Now we have created two lists. Okay, now we are going to see, we are going to execute the program and see what is the output. Okay, now this is the robot demo program. Yes, it's executed. Now let's go to the output and see the results. Demo program. Yes, we have created a list Batman and Superman. When I put a log list, we can see Batman and Superman. In another approach, we tried with adding a at the rate of symbol. Here it came, but when we print the logs, we can see Logan and Professor. Okay, this is one method. Okay, now creating a list is completed. Now let's go for updating a list. What are all methods keywords are available for updating the list? Okay, the first one is update a list. Okay, update update to list method. Okay, now let's create one more method, one more test case, that is updating list. Okay, now let's create one list and afterward we are going to update. Okay, list one is equal to create list. As usual, I'm going to add Batman Superman. Okay, now I'm going to create a update a list. To update a list, we have to use append to list followed by name of the list and what value we want to add. Okay, Wonder Woman. Okay, now log list versus list one. Okay, now let's go and see the output. Our first test case is completed, that creating list is completed. Now we'll go to the second one, that is updating a list. So in the first method, I have created a list with the Batman Superman. Afterward, I have updated a list. Update means it is going to add at the end of the list. Okay, so when I print that one, I can able to see Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman word got added at the end. Okay, now this is completed. Now we have one more approach, that is insert into list. Okay, let's go for that one. in the insert into list, here in the append to list we are adding the variable at the end, but when you come to the insert into list we are adding based on the index. Okay, so this is the difference between append to list and insert to a list. Okay, we will go one by one. Now I'm going to create one more variable, items, create list, item 3, item 2, item 1. Now in this list I am going to add a new element at the starting of the position. Okay, so for that one, insert into list, items, followed by index position is 0. I'm adding item 0. Okay, afterward I am going to add one more variable at the end, that is log list items. Okay, now I'm going to insert one more variable, insert into list, items, position is -1. -1 indicates is the end of the list, and I'm going to add item 5. Item 4 is good. Okay, item 4. Okay, now afterward I am going to log list items. Okay, let's see, we have completed up to here execution. Now we'll go for this one, how we added. Okay, let's go. Yep, executed successfully. I'm going to refresh. I don't want updating a list. Yeah, I'll come here, creating a list, that is item 3 2 1, and afterward I'm inserting at the position 0. Okay, when I created a list, this is the order, and I'm inserting at the index item 0 at the index 0. Okay, so that one is successfully added. When I display, you can see the item 0 is added at the starting of the position. Similarly, and now I need to add at the end, that is I am mentioned as -1. So when I insert, the item 4 should be added at the end, -1. Yeah, here -1. So 0 0 and -1. Here insert into list -1 means it is going to insert second last item, that is before the item 1. Okay, and if you want to add at the end means we can use append to list method, append to list keyword. Okay, now let's go to the next statement, that is set list value. Now now we saw that one, append and insert into list. What is a set list value means, we'll go to that position, index position, and we are going to replace the value. This is the difference between set list value and insert and append. Okay, let's go the statement. I'm going to see, in this case I am going to replace the first item. Here the first item is 0. Instead of first item I am going to replace with the 5, item 5, and at the last one, -1, I am going to replace with item 6. Okay, let's go. Set list value, that is items, index is 0. Now item 5, items, and one more time is set list value on items -1. I'm going to replace with item 6, log list items. Now go and execute the program. Now come and refresh. We are here. This is the final position. Now I given the command to set list value to at the 0 to item 5. So so the values, as you can see, at the 0 item 5 is replaced. Earlier it was item 0, now it has been replaced with item 5. Now I am going to execute the next command, that is I am going to replace the -1 position to item 6. So when I come here, you can see the last item. The last item is item 1, that I replace with item 6. This is item 6. Yeah. Now set list value, this is also completed. Now we have next command is combine the list. In the combine the list, what we are going to do is we are going to combine two or more lists into a single list. Now combine the list is equal to combine list. I have here list 1 followed by I have one more item, that is items. When I execute this one, it is going to merge this list 1 and items list, and it will merge into combined list new variable. Let's go and execute. Now we can see the items contain 53246, 53246, and the list 1 is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Okay, so combined list is going to merge multiple lists into single list. This is also completed. Now sort the list. Sort the list means we are going to, if there is it is going to sort the list according to alphabetical order. Now this is in this list, we can see there are this is not sorted order. Now we are going to sort that one, that is sort list. Combined list. Shoes. This is the combined list, and once we sorted, let me put the log message, log list combined lists, execute, refresh, final one, combined list sort completed. Now you can see it's gone arranged. First one is a B, Batman, item 2 3 4 5 6, afterward Superman, afterward Wonder Woman. So the item got sorted. Now we can do this this list into reverse order. We can do with the help of reverse list keyword, that is reverse list combined list log list combined lists. Now let's execute the program. Now refresh. This is after sorting the list, and once we execute the reverse list, now we can see the order. We can see all our items are in a descending order. Wonder Woman, Batman. Yep. So these are the related to updating a list. Now our next topic is extracting from the list. Now we once we have this one, now we can able to extend. Now how we can able to extract? For that extract we have multiple commands, that is count value in list, get from list, etc, etc. Now let's execute one, let's try one by one. Okay, now extracting from list, I am going to create one variable alphabets, create list A, B, A, A, E, P. Okay, now I'm going to count how many alphabet A is present and how many alphabets D is present. Okay, for that one I'm going to use A count is equal to count values in list alphabets A. In this case I am counting from this list, I am counting how many A character present in this list. Similarly, I am going to copy paste to D. I am going to count the number of occurrence of D. In this case, D is not present, so it has to give the 0 count. Copy, execute the program, refresh. This is a list. Now I'm count the occurrence of A. Occurrence is 3. This is a 1, the 2, 3, yes 3. And count of D. We don't have any count of D, so it will be 0. This is count values in list. Now our next is get from list. Now I'm going to get the value of A by using index. Now character is equal to get from list from alphabets, position is 3. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try for E also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Now save and execute. Now this is our list. Now I want to get from list where index is 3. Come here, you can see index of 3 is A, and similarly for index of 4 it will be E. Let's give one log statement, afterward we can able to see properly. Log list alphabets, now we can able to see the index positions. Now index number 3 is A, index number 4 is E, so the same value is printed. This is get value from list, means we can get the values based on the index. Now get index from list. Get index from list means we can able to provide a value and we can able to get the index of that position. Okay, let's go. Get index from list, that is alphabets, function e. In this case, I'm going to take the index of uh, e. Let's add one more variable here, z. And I'm going to get the index of z. Now execute the program, refresh. ABCD. Now index of e is 4. I got the fourth index value is 4. Z is 6. Now come here. So character index is 6. So by using get index from list, we'll get the index value of the variable. That is, this is also done. Now the next thing is get slice from list. Get slice from list means we have the option to get the part of the list that we can able to achieve by using get slice from list. Let's go and execute the create some program. X is equal to get slice from list alphabets, and I need to mention the starting index, that is a 1, ending index is 3. Okay, we can able to provide starting and ending index here. Okay, now let's go for another one. Y is equal to get slice from list, and now I'm mentioning the starting position is 3, that is alphabets starting position is 3 to end. Now one more variable, that's z is equal to get slice from list. In this case, I'm going to mention the end position. End is equal to -2. Okay, in the first in the line number 40, what will happen means it will get the part of sub list of from this list, that is 1 to 3, 1 1 to 3, and here from I am getting the starting index is 3 to end, and here the end index I am positioning -2 means it will start from 0 to end. Now let's go and execute the program. So this is my list. Now I'm mentioning get slice from list, that is a 1 to 3. Now come here, as you can see, 1 is here, 1 to 3. So a last index it will not consider, so it will be BA. Now I am mentioning is the starting position is 3. So from 3 to 3 is A, E, B, Z. When I mention starting position, it will consider end is last one. And when I mention end is -2 means it will take from starting to last index -2. That is starting this one, ending index is -2. Means -2 means ignore the last two. Then it will be A, B, A, E. So this is a get slice from list. So this is also completed. Now convert to list. Sometimes we have different types of data. That time we want if we want to convert to list, we have a one more keyword, that is a convert to list. Now let's see how we can able to do. Okay, now first I am going to convert from tuple to list. Okay, convert tuple to list. Now create one variable. Tuple variable is equal to evaluate 1 2 3. Okay, list from tuple is equal to convert to list, that is tuple variable. Now one more is convert from set to tuple. convert set to list, that is set variable is equal to evaluate app, apple, banana, cherry. Now list from set convert to list set variable, and one more approach is convert string to list of characters, that is string set variable hello world, list from string convert to list string. Now here we are converting from tuple to list, tuple to list, set to list, and string to list. Now save the program and execute. Now refresh. Last one. Okay. Tuple. Yeah. This is a value 1, 2, 3. Now we are going to convert to list. Yes, it's converted to 1, 2, 3. Again, set variable to apple, apple, banana, cherry, and now we converted into list. Similarly, for the string variable, we have string variable. Now we convert it into list of strings, list of characters. Here you can see all the characters are strings. String word is divided into characters. So convert to list is completed. Now the next topic is copy list. Now copy list, the main functionality is to copy the entire list. Yeah. Now let's execute one program. Original list is equal to create list item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4. Now copy list is equal to copy list from original list. Now original list and copy list both have the same values, but these are not dependable. Means if we change one value, it is not going to change, is not going to affect the other value. Let's see, we can append some value to original string. Append to list original list. Now I'm going to add Logan, Professor X. Now log list original list. Now similarly we are going to update the copy list also. Append to list copy list. Now we're going to add Batman, Superman, log list, copy list. Now we are going to execute and see. We have created one list, and afterward we copy the same value to copy list. Now we are updating both original list and copy list with different values. Now this is our original list, item 1 to 4. Then afterward we copied. We copied, and we can see original list and copy list contain both the same variable. Now in the original list we added Logan and Professor X. So once we added, we can able to see item 1 2 3 4. At the end we can see Logan and Professor X. Now in the copy list it's contain only item 1 to 4. Now we are going to add Batman and Superman. So once we added, we can see Batman, Superman. Here both the lists are different, and it is not affecting the other list. Now copy list is also completed. Now go to the next topic, that is deleting from list. Now how we can able to delete from the list? For the deleting we have two keyword, that is remove from list, that is single value we can remove, and remove values from. In this case we are going to remove multiple values. Okay, let's see how we can able to do that one. Deleting from list. Now I'm going to create one variable, items is equal to create list, item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. Okay, now I'm going to remove that's remove from list, that's based on index, that is here remove from list we are going to remove based on index. So in this case I'm going to remove the second item, that is item 3. Let's see. Now removed item is equal to remove from list, items index is 2. Now log list items, execute. Now deleting from list, initially I have 5 items. Now I removed from list item number index 2, that is 0 1 2, that is item 3. Maybe we can add one log statement here, and we can see log list items. Now we have 5 items. Now remove from list, and index is 2. 2 is this one, item 3. So once the removed item is 3, and once we display, we can see 1 2 and 4 5. So remove from list is going to take a index variable, and it is going to remove the values. Now let's delete one more variable and see. Now I'm going to remove the last variable, that is item number 5. Now -1 log list. Let's see. This is our list. We removed item number 2. After this is 3. Now I'm removing the last item, that is a -1, means item 5. Once we removed, that is item 5. Once we remove the last item, that is a 1 2 and 4, item 4. Yep. Now our next command is remove values from list. Remove values from list is going to actually take the values, not the index, and it is going to search the index and search the values. If it is present, it is going to delete the values. Now remove values from list items. Now I'm going to remove item 1 and item 4. Let's see whether we have item 1 and 4. Item 1 and item 4. Then it will be remaining only item 2. Now log list items Go execute, executed. Now we had 1 2 3 4. Now we given the command to remove values from our list, that is item number 1, item 1 and item 2 values. So once we done means we left only item 2 because item 1 and item 4 are deleted. So these are related to deleting a list. Now we have another set is assertions, list assertions. In this list assertion we are going to see how we can able to validate. Okay, first we will go to the list should contain subset. Now we are going to create two sets and we are going to see whether the subset contains in the main set. List related assertions 1. I'm going to create one variable. You can copy this one. Now I'm going to create one more sub item. Create list item 2 and item 3. Now I'm going to check list should contain sublist. Main list is items, sublist is this is underscore sub items 1. Okay, here if the condition is properly satisfied it's going to execute, otherwise after the what if the condition is false then the remaining statement is not going to execute. Okay, now let's see execute list assertions. Now we have 1 2 3 4 items. In that we have created one more sub item, that is a 2 and 3. Now we are checking. So here is pass because item 2 and item 3 is present. Okay, now we have one more approach where we can able to ignore the case. For example, I will can create one more sublist. Sub items 2 is equal to create list item 2 item 3. Now in this case the case sensitive, we are going to remove the case sensitive object. To we are going to inform ignore case is equal to true. Now we can see that item 1 items and sub item 2. In the sub item 2 we can see item 2 and item 3 variables are case insensitive. It's a capital letter and here is a small letter. Now we are mentioned that list should contain sublist and we mention ignore case to for true. In that means it is going to ignore the case sensitive information. Execute. Now the list one contains 1 2 3 4 and the sub item contains is item 2 and 3 but in a capital letter. Now executed and is got executed. We can see the gray command get executed and we can see the in green color. Yep. Now now in this now we are going to see, we are going to try one more error message. Sub items 3 is equal to create list. Now we are going to use item 4 item 6 item 7. Okay, now we'll check list should contain sublist items sub items 3, and we have one message is going to tell sub items are not present in the items. Now what will happen means it is going to validate, and if the element is not present, it is going to display the message also. Yes, this is expected one, because the final one it is going to fail. Let's see. Come here. No, now we created one more list, that is item 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, once we 7, we in the item 1, we in the main item we contain 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the main in the items main, we don't have any sub items. So we can see whatever error message we printed, the same error message is going to display here, and and it's going to show one more variable, that is following values were not present from the first list, that is item 5, 6, 7. So this is the expected behavior. So list should contain sublist, we completed. Now list should contain values. Now we the previous one is to check the sublist. Here we here we in this case we have taken the two list parameters. Now in this case we are going to take the direct values. In the first variable it's contain the list, and second variable it contain the values whether it's present or not. Okay, now let's go. List related assertions to, we can't write here one more method, because if we write it is going to fail, and whatever the following statements that's will not going to execute. That is the reason we are creating one more test case. Now we are going to items, item, list should contain values, list should contain value items. Now we are going to mention item 2. Okay, this gate is going to check whether the item 2 is present or not. Now in the next statement, list should contain value items, that is item2. In this case I am checking ignore case is equal to true. This also is going to pass because only a case insensitive is there. If you remove that one, it is going to work. Now list statement, list should contain value items. In this case we are going to mention we are going to check the failure scenario, that is item 5. We are going to see here it's item 5 is not present, that is the reason it is going to fail, and we are going to mention msg message is equal to item 5 is not found. This is a list data assertions 2, second one. Okay, now come here, execute. The second one is failed. Let's see. In our first case it should be pass. I have created 3 items, list with 3 items. List should contain value item 2. This is a papa is contained, so it's going to pass. And the second statement, it is going to ignore the case insensitive, that is the item 2 is present, so it is going to also pass. But in the final statement, final command, item 5 is not present, that is the reason item 5 is not found, error message showing, and program program closed. So now list should contain, this command is completed. Now one more command, we similar command we have, that is a keyword. There's a list should not contain value. This is exactly opposite of list should contain values. Now here now let's see list related assertions 3. We are going to copy the same thing. Items 1, 2, 3. Here should not contain. Here instead of 2, we need to give which is not present. That is item 4. I will do is execute now. Not contain item 3. I'm going to use item 3, but here in this case uh, item 3 is not present because it's a case sensitive, so it is going to pass. But if we execute the same command with ignore case is equal to false true, then it is going to fail. Then ignore case is equal to true. Now it is going to terminate the program, because when case sensitive is ignored, these values are present and it is going to fail the program. So session 3. Now let's execute the program. Once executed, now refresh one more time. This is the third one. Now we have a list that is 1 2 3 4. List should not contain value 4. That's correct, so it's pass. List should not contain item 3. That is also a pass because it is having capital letter and it is having small letters. Now if the same command we executed, but if we include ignore case is equal to true, then it will ignore the case and it is going to check, and it's going to inform that this list contains item 3, because once we ignore the case. Now this is also completed. Now our next statement is list should not contain duplicates. List should, list should not contains is completed. Now our this one is list should not contain duplicates. In the list should not contain duplicate, what in upon means if any duplicate values are there, then it is going to terminate the program. Okay, now let's write the program. List related assertions for item. Okay, it should not contain. Now here you can see all our unique values. Now list should not contain duplicates. Now items, in this case it is going to pass because it does not contain any duplicate value. Now let's create one more variable and we are going to add some duplicate values. Items item 2, here we can see is contain one duplicate element. Now if I execute the same command, now it is going to fail. Okay, now copy. Now the fourth, and this next one is the fourth. Yes, now we created a list with 1 2 3. List should not contain duplicate, that's pass. And we created one more variable that's contain one duplicate variable, and when we execute the same command, list should not contain duplicate, it's failed because item 2 found multiple times. Yep, so list should not contain, this is also completed. Now list should be equal. I think we have some more list should not contain duplicates. We have some more scenarios. Let's go that one. That is list related assertions 5. Now we are going to copy the same thing. Now item 2. Now here is the case insensitive, because item 2 and item 2, this is a little difference because of capital letters. Now let's try this one. Yep. uh, now uh, Now it's going to execute and it's going to give the valid, means it is not going to terminate the program. Now it should not. Now we are going to try with the case sensitive. Now let's come here. Item list should not contain duplicates. Items message is equal to list contains duplicate values. Afterward, ignore case is equal to true. Now in this case, if we ignore the case, then it is going to be duplicate item 2 and item 2. But in this case, we are not informing ignore case. In that case, it is going to pass here. Okay, let's see the execution. Assertion 5. Now come here. See here we created variables with here item 2 is a duplicate, but it is in a capital letter. That is the reason it's pass. But when come to the second time, the same item, but we mentioned that list should not contain duplicate values, but we may inform ignore case is equal to true. In that case means list contain duplicates values. Item 2 is found 2 times. So that is the reason it's got failed. Now this also completed. Now our next command is list should be equal. Now let's see how we can. In the list should be equal means it is going to compare the both the list and you're going to provide whether it's a true or equal or not. Now list related assertions 6. Now I'm going to create a two variables. Terms 1, term 2. Now I created two lists which is having the same values. Now I'm going to check list should be equal. That is items 1, items 2. Okay, in this case it is going to pass because both our lists are same. Now I'm going to one more list where I'm going to update case sensitive. 3 is equal to create list. Now I'm going to mention item 1, item 2, item 3. Now I'm going to try list 3, but in here I'm going to inform ignore case is equal to true. Okay, now this one order, one more order is once we change the order from here 1 to item 1 2 3 are there, let's change the order to 2 3 and 1. To copy here item 4 to 4, let's change this to 2, this is 3, this is 1. Now I'm going to copy the same thing, item 1 2 4, but here I am ignoring the case and also I am ignoring order is equal to true. In that case means it's going to change, even though there is a order is not correct, then also it is going to pass. Okay, now let's see this one. This is a sixth one. 5. Now go to the sixth one. Yeah, sixth one. Now created two list. Item 1, 2, 3. In the second list, I have the same values. Now list should be equal. List 1 and items 1 and items 2 are both are same. Now I have created one more variable, that is items 3. In that I have added item 1 to 3 but in a capital letter. Now I'm checking the item 1, items 1 and item 3, but I mentioned ignore case is equal to true. In that case, this is going to pass. Now create one more statement, one more list, that is a similar kind of items, but here with the order is different. But in the command I mentioned ignore case followed by ignore order also. Then it's going that is also is pass. Now let's write one more statement. In this case, I'm going to create one tuple variable. Tuple var is equal to evaluate A, B, and C. I've created variable. Now I'm going to create one more list, that is items 5 is equal to create list A, B, C. Variable list should be equal where tuple var and items 5. Here also we can see it's contain the similar variable, but it is a tuple variable and list variable. Then also it is going to execute and it is going to pass. Now let's see, go here. Where is line was 6? Evaluate item 5. What happened? No list. Oh, here I missed the S. List should be equal. Now let's run one more time. Yeah. Now this is sixth one. Yep. Now come to the last one. I have a tuple variable here. ABC. I have created one list variable. Now list should be equal. Now comparing list with tuple and it's pass. It's executed. It's pass. So list should be equal. That is also completed. Now the next command is log list. Log list is similar to just we are printing the log list. I think here we most of the time we use this one. Yep. So we have completed all the functionalities related to list. Okay. So we covered creating a list, updating a list, extracting from the list, and deleting and list assertions. Everything we covered. Yep.